Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming. I know lunchtime is very precious. Food is important to Singaporeans, so thanks for making the time. Now, as a young boy growing up, I used to come to Raffles Place quite often. My father was working here, and I think in many ways, if you look at Singapore's story, you can see it all captured in this small area. When my parents were born during the early 50s, the tallest building in Raffles Place was the Asia Insurance Building. It's still here. It's about 20 stories tall, and you can see it opposite One Raffles Quay. It's now the Ascot. So if you have a bit of time, have a look around, and you can see what was the Tower of Singapore in the 50s. When I was born in the 70s, the tallest building around this area was the OCBC Bank. It was an award-winning building, and you can see it just over there. In the 80s, you had the OUB building coming up. And in this decade, in the 90s, you had the UOB. And in 2000, in this last 10 years, you had the whole Marina Bay area coming up. So in the small Raffles Place area, you can see how much Singapore has grown. But Singapore's growth is not just about buildings. It's not just about bricks and stones. It's about the fact that each of these buildings, each of these skyscrapers, creates jobs for thousands of people. People like you and me. I work here too. I come out here for lunch. And this is sort of my life most of the day. So how has all this been possible? I mean, you can see a big bird over there. It looks a little bit like a duck. When you look at a duck in the water, the duck sails, it looks like everything is very smooth. It glides along gracefully. It looks like there's no work at all. But underneath the water, you see the lakes beating very fiercely. And I think that is Singapore's story as well. The only reason all this growth was possible is because over the last 30 to 40 years, the PAP, the party ruling Singapore, has gotten more policies right than wrong. We needed the Ministry of Trade and Industry, for example, to bring in the companies from overseas. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs to create policies that made it friendly for businesses to have the treaties that help these companies come in confidently. Law and Home Affairs to create a stable environment so that people felt comfortable working and living here. In many ways, this growth has only been possible because of the strong mandate the people of Singapore have given the PAP over the decades. Now, obviously, life is not smooth sailing. We have problems in every decade. The cost of living is rising. House prices are not as cheap as they used to be. But I'd like to think that we are the party with the best resources and we're the best equipped to deal with it. So I hope you can give us a strong mandate so we can continue to work for you. Thank you.